Tigers for the season series. First pitch from
just giving up 6 hits and struck out 8.
Kwan at the top of this Guardians batting order, presented by your Metro Detroit Chevy.
Couple of innings.
Depending on what Stephen Kwan and this Guardians offense will do, Justin Henry Malloy, Jose Ramirez. He gets another look at Tyler Holt.
Get out there and nothing will surprise him.
Jose Ramirez gives this a ride to center. Matt Vierling is camped and he made. Told you. Last hit for Freeman and Schneemann. 2-0. Labeled to center field. Martinez is back on it and he'll have room to make the catch. Malloy gave it a long journey and we promised
deal, but if there's one guy who can handle it,
yeah, the demeanor is part of this, right?
What? I'm going to go 1 or 2, 3 innings maybe.
Naylor lost his helmet and he will be the first out of the inning. That's Gio Urshela to make the catch for out number 1. And now a Met. First pitch to him is down the left field line. Third base. Urshela collapses on it and throws him out. Nice play, nice reaction. 2 out. Andres Jimenez of a pall over the ballpark. 1-1. Breaking ball lined into right. Andres Jimenez, the first base runner of the ball game for either Tyler team. Freeman. Flipped into center. That's a base hit. Jimenez speeds around second into third, and the Guardians have 2 on with 2 out as the ball gets away briefly, but not far enough.
In a pinch hitting role, the second at bat. Be a little bit more careful than on those throwdowns.
1-2. Good form, Dan. Strike 3, bottom rung.
But he's thrown that curveball to Wenzel and struck him out in the past. And
his fastball, right? Because he throws it so much. As Bly Madris has another base hit. It's his second hit in the series, on base 3 times in 2 days so far.
It's like you can't keep him out of the lineup right now. I mean, quietly just going up there every day and getting a hit, getting on base somehow. But just a changeup, and he stayed back really well on that, you know, trying to guard against that bat.
The right-hander. Mark Canha, nationally discussed as possibilities. Ibanez to right field. Lane Thomas trying to find it, and he's got it. You know, Mark Canha, we have this for my man cave. And I said, well, over Dan Ross, the clubhouse manager for the Tigers. And he says, Dan, will you looking for a Sharpie to make it 3 proper marker? But I love Tiger fans, man. They have sent 2-2. Madris runs, and that is through the wickets. Naylor couldn't make the play. Madris on his way into third, and the Tigers have something boiling here in the second. Zach
McFive off the bat. I don't know how easy of a play that was.
Signal on the video board at first is that he tried to there. McKinstry left field side, and a running Kwan makes the catch. Haze sort of rain going on. Line foul, third base side of umbrellas. In between pitches.
There's under that covering.
Yeah, a little missed, can't be wrong. Urshela to first, and 1 away. Wow, talk about getting in somebody's kitchen. Is that the last pitch for Tyler Holton?
Looks like it.
Outs, piling up zeros. Good for him. I mean, what an asset to have.
And very pitch efficient too. You know, so I mean, he can come right back with the day off tomorrow.
Central teams in that top 5 of bullpen innings since the break. The White Sox haven't won since before the All-Star break. Our wall side windows pitching change is to Alex Faedo, who just started the other day against Minnesota.
On Sunday, exactly. His last appearance was on Sunday.
I knew that ball was coming back to us, but I lost it in the clouds, so I was relying on you.
Did you? Yeah.
Fair partner.
So you saw me just casually look over there and say, "Nah, we're in good shape," right?
I did.
You know, yeah. But I do have. Remember, I've got the mitt today. So.
Who'd you steal that from?
No, Dan Ross. He listens to you. You know.
Well, that's your first problem,
you know?
Dan.
So he was ready for it today, and I said, "Yeah, I'll bring it up today, and then on the road trip." So.
Dan Ross's official title, just in case people didn't know, so Jason Disick doesn't go into a tizzy.
Yeah, that's right. He's the clubhouse or equipment manager for the Tigers, the home side.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He busted him on a high fastball. Faedo ends the top of the 3 for 28. That's a 107 average against it all year. In short.
Seen fastballs to right-handers also.
Hard hit right at shortstop. Schneemann. 2 down. Keith coming up. Starting pitching. And Trevor Rogers dugout. I wonder how this will work.
And more exciting.
Colt Keith again. Just hits a sizzler out to center field for a 2-out single at the plate right now. Jose Ramirez, Tigers in this bullpen day. What do you think that does?
A lot of major league guys can locate different pitches.
He does fly out to Vierling there, one away.
With a type of you can keep it moving.
He was right-handed against Tyler Holton. Now he goes up against left-handed hitters. Him for that reason right there.
There were days think about, well.
Is that your Nero impression? 3-2 to Naylor in the air, right field. Perez going back at the track and the wall. And there it goes again. Josh Naylor.
Make you have to work through the entire.
Peaches, that's as high of a ball.
Now, is it going to stay fair?
Third base side, foul territory. There is real estate for Urshela for on number 2.
Well,
do you guys remember?
I didn't like that because it was.
I prefer. It's like all the sound in the stadium goes away.
For you, who hit the last one?
Well,
line drive up the middle and caught. McKinstry is on it.
Play, Zach.
We'll find out the answer to that question.
Cliffhanger.
Todd Jones or Dan Petrie. But we did have a question asked of
home run he's ever seen.
Thanks, Ernie.
Piles of the hardware store across and the Romans doing the Olympics, and when it was the Greeks.
That's
sorry about the right fielder. We'll have him playing higher next inning.
Jimenez throws out Perez. There is one away. Well, I know that
in left field.
Well, that wasn't easy to do. AccuWeather forecast head Jason Disick.
You're just going to go through a lot of baseballs, which get authenticated anyway. Heather Nabosnia does such an awesome job.
Gavin Williams has strikeout number 6. What you just said, that he thought through the rule.
Dreaming about this on draft day, draft shoot.
That's ripped to right field into the corner, and a long run for Wenzel Perez deep into that corner. He's up with the ball. Schneemann stops at second. It's an RBI double of the Guardians. Salmon's lost. John Kenzie Noel.
Right.
Austin ahead.
Ground ball, and then you saw him square around.
He's going to lay it down right up the dirt path.
Yeah, that's a baseball play. If that's him,
is able to wand the ball where he.
Yeah, but if you elevate it up enough, maybe you can get a
length. He can go a couple of innings.
Right at second base, and that is a double play. The run expectancy is now 0. Ballymar, inning over.
Let's go to the Tigers.com/theme.
Why am I not breakdancing?
That's a breakdancing hat.
It's a tough question to answer without standing up.
You don't like it? I like that.
I like it a lot.
Look.
Hat is nice. I'm not really crazy about it. his third
ground ball to third
type of pitcher as well.
So that's an interesting point, Jonesy. Why does that really hold so much
sway? Keep him off the bases, keep him nice and quiet.
In the Cleveland bullpen as of now, and Itander out there as they'll try and protect this.
To Colt Keith off the bases.
The other part. Colt got ahead in the count and scorched one on the ground. Jimenez makes the play. There is one away.
I do kind of think Jason, go ahead. Sorry.
All we do is win. Who was that? Was that just the commercial extending? Who did that?
Sounded just like it, I thought.
I mean, it was always good, but adding you, that was
an echo.
Do you think the Feiger Law people were sitting at home and they're like, you know what we were missing? A trio of guys in royal blue polo shirts doing our jingle. Ball and a strike from Heron to Malloy. Awkward swing on a good curveball from Tim Heron. 1 ball and 2 strikes. You think about how much stress will be on him, though, if they do get to the postseason as expected, right? If he's their lone left-hander, he's going to really have to get very good left-handed hitters out on an entire run through the postseason. You have to figure they're going to find another one somewhere.
And I do think, I really like his Jason's point about, you know, the better your ball club is, the smaller the trade deadline deals could be. You know, because you're fine-tuning, because you've got your 7 to 8 to 9 guys. There's a knock.
Nice job reaching out and touching that breaking ball. Justin Henry Malloy, a 1-out single.
You know, you said something pretty interesting. Sorry, Dan. You said something pretty interesting, Jason, about Colt Keith's at-bat prior to the one he just had, about the different swings. And Jahan right there had a different swing. And you don't see young guys usually changing their swing, but these guys, the Tigers' young guys, do an excellent job of changing their approach when they get deep in the count.
There's a bunt shown and a strike taken. I doubt Wenzel's being told to bunt from the bench here. Dan, you were going to say?
No, I was just trying to remember what happened to Sam Henches, if they're going to get him back at any time, you know, with some shoulder inflammation. If it's just temporary, or, you know, if he's going to be out long term. But that's a very valuable arm that they need.
Yeah, it was that last series when we saw the Guardians that Henches had gone on the injured list. It was late June, I believe, right? It was July the 10th, pardon me. It was a week and a half into July he went onto the IL with shoulder inflammation.
Yeah.
0-2 on the ground, second base. Jimenez and Schneemann, and a double play. 4, 6, and 3. It ends up being,
you might be selling
to shortstop McKinstry, giving ground. 28. That's a 107 average nice against it all year.
You know, you can
call the other guy
them
and see what they have to offer.
They're saying, man, they're in danger of.
1-1 is in for a Drew Chafin. Ends up being a. We will see what the Tigers do, as this ground ball is fair and dribbling down the first base line into right field. And a bobble will lead to 2 bases for Freeman. Probably a double anyway.
Yeah, this ball is just inside out. It just right down the line, perfectly placed. Blimadris just tries to dive, can't come up with it. I mean, just one of those.
Schneemann tagged a double to right last time here. 1-1. Rolled to second. Andy Ibanez ends the top of the 7th inning.
371 if you're into that kind of thing. And as always,
Guardians out of the bullpen to face Blimadris. Yeah.
Lurking, that's where they just start to shorten the game.
Bly, right field. That's a base hit. Good start. He'll take his single, his second hit of the game. And Ibanez pops a bunt. Wide of third, but close. The Guardians, to your point, Dan, have not lost a game when leading after 8 this season.
Not thinking that he's going to go back-to-back with it.
Like 2-2. Up the middle, second base. It's right at Jimenez. The feed to Rocchio, and that's a double play. Cleveland's turned 2 in each of the last. Just as the sun came out in the last inning, as there's a fly ball to right field. Wencel Perez makes the catch on the fly ball from Hedges, and Jason Foley gets it up from AAA and back down. 12-year major league.
But they're only a couple games below 500. So Cleveland had to go out and do something. They pulled the trigger on a trade.
Left field, and Justin Henry Malloy. Alex Cobb's
been
one. Line drive, base hit. That is the first Cleveland hit for Lane Thomas.
Hands.
And Ramirez drills this ball right field side once again. Jose Ramirez has just passed Albert Bell. He is now in second place all time in Cleveland history with his 243rd.
But again, 4 different pitchers. They're doing everything they possibly can. What a play.
Bly Madris, nice play to end the inning. But now, don't they?
They just love playing.
Jose Ramirez salty like that very much.
No,
he was reputedly embarrassed. Combo has been lethal. That a line drive to third, and it's right at Schneemann for round number 1. And now a message from FanDuel Sportsbook. 1 ball, 1 strike on.
Just back to back, and both
the third reliever of the ball game. The ground ball to third. Schneemann, Jimenez, and that is a 3rd straight inning with a double play turned by the Cleveland Guardians. 1 down, Jimenez had thrown 5 3-2 changeups all year as Perez makes the catch. 5 of them. He had thrown
the tools,
third.
but I can't look it up fast as you do. All right, the 1-0. Another
obsolete started to roll around in my mind. Oh boy, in the air, left center field. This has hit a long way. Brian Rocchio hits a home run, and we'll see if Ramirez now starts smacking him in the helmet on his.
But Rocchio just usually comes in, and did come in just for defensive purposes. Does have 3 home runs, but you're thinking that he's just going to come in there and just try to catch everybody, catch everything hit his way. But another big run for the Guardians.
It's popped up. Rogers makes a catch.
Close. I don't even belong in the same breath.
It's Dan. First pitch yes is 395. That's on base plus
walk.
Here he threw him a slider that gets grounded to second, and there's 1 out. Jimenez throws out Keith. Yeah, look, he's faced everybody and their brother over the past bunch of years, and rarely does he give up runs.
I know, and I've said it over and over. I take my hat off to anybody that gets a hit off him. I don't know how anybody gets a hit off him, let alone a home run or a double or anything. Just a base hit. There's not too many guys that you can say that about, where you just say this guy has just got stuff that's just unhittable.
Yeah, look, the guy with the most hits on him career is Gio Urshela. He got 4 hits against Clase. 4.
That's the most.
4 hits is the most that anybody has off him. He's 4 for 11 before today. There's a handful of guys with 3. It's 11 guys with 3. And again, people don't see him all that often, but like in the AL Central, there are some repeat customers that aren't being treated very well as patrons. The ground ball right-hand side. Jimenez ends the series. Cleveland wins 2 in a row to take the season set over the Tigers.